It is definitely one of my favorite seasons after fall. We are decorating my slim tree like a pro, and I'm going to share 12 tips with you. I hope you enjoy the video. My first tip is definitely have a color scheme, and this year I'm going for pink, black and silver. My second tip is designed around the theme, and I think every year I go for glam. And this year is definitely no difference. I'm still going for glam, but you can go for candy cane or musical theme or gingerbread man, whatever you fancy, as long as you have a cohesive theme. To make your tree looking more beautiful and luxurious, have some statement pieces like this one. This one is from John Lewis and I bought it last year during clearance. That's actually how I decided on the color scheme, so shopping during Christmas clearance is a really good idea for decorating the following year's tree. And these beautiful ornaments are also from John Lewis clearance last year. The key is start with what you have, and then every year you can add some more expensive, some more luxurious, some more interesting ornaments to your collection. When I first decorated my tree, majority of my baubles were plastic, really cheap plastic, and I decided to actually DIY to make them look luxurious. So that could be a starting point for you if you can afford the glass ornaments. These beautiful poinsettias are also from John Lewis last year during clearance. Original price was £6 and I think I paid less than £4. These baubles are from clearance, 50% off. I bought them from House of Frasers and I DIY'd it in case you haven't watched those videos. And this plain boxes how it came. Over the years I collected some gorgeous silver baubles and I will be using them in this theme. It's really good idea to lay all the ornaments that you want to use on the carpet next to your tree so you can see what you have, whether or not it would be a cohesive tree. And don't forget your picks as well as your ribbons for a professional looking luxurious tree. Now that I have all my ornaments in front of me, let's talk about trees. Definitely, if you can, invest in a high quality artificial tree. Unfortunately, when I was buying this slim tree, because of the space I had, I couldn't find any really good artificial trees, so I had to actually flock it myself as well. Fluff, fluff, fluff to shape your branches, and that would be my tip number 4. I had to hoover the mess before I continue because the next step involves spraying my tree. You can either use decorated ornaments or like me, you can use a beautiful scent, whether it's a linen spray or room spray. Just spray away and get that dusty smell off. Cover the floor with something because otherwise, especially if you have flock tree, it would stick onto your carpet. After getting your tree smelling beautiful, start with your lights. And mine is colorful and they are from Amazon. They are pink and white and goes perfectly within my theme. I never used these hooks up until last year, and they are definitely lifesavers or time savers when it comes to hanging your ornaments. My seventh tip is layer and style with ribbons. I'm using two. Silver is at the bottom as it's wider and black one on top, and you have to come up with a pattern. Mine is diagonal and I'm gonna use 3 strips. In my opinion, if you have a slim tree, you cannot do crisscross because it looks very cluttered. So I'm using it to one direction, and after squeezing with the branches, I'm just cutting dovetail at the end. Now I'm doing the middle one, and this one is the widest one. Some years I do after adding the ornaments, and this year I decided to add my ribbons before the ornaments. I don't think there's a rule about the order of doing things, whether it's ribbon or ornament. Just do whatever you want, whichever order you want really. I am doing my last one, but I wish I had one more strip worth of ribbons, but unfortunately I ran out. My tip number 8 is to balance your decor. Start with your statement pieces, and I really love this beautifully glam pink bird. Since I have 2 of them, the angles definitely has to make sense, and I decided to go opposite direction but still diagonal when I was placing them. I always start with the large ones, not very attractive, and I tuck them inside to fill up the gaps so the tree looks beautifully full. My tip number 9 is to cluster your baubles. It's a lot easier to hang them and fill the tree up. It's all about the balance and all about how you feel, how your heart feels when you are decorating. Balance the colors, make sure that they are evenly spread, especially if you are using 2 or 3 colors or 3 or 4 colors like me. Don't be afraid to reshape the branches for them to hang straight. That's what I'm doing in here. I have 3 more statement ornaments, and I'm going to make sure that it makes sense and evenly spread in my tree. And I'm gonna do the same thing on these gorgeous baubles. I have 5 of them. I'm gonna use 2 and then 1 in the center, the one that is slightly different, and then 2 more, and they will go like zigzag. When you think you finished, inspect to see if there are any holes and make sure that you fill them up before you call it finished. And this is what I left with. Let's fill the gaps, and I did, and now I am adding the smallest baubles that I have. And number 10, choose the right topper. There is no right way or wrong way, definitely a personal choice as long as you have some sort of topper, and I am using a funky ribbon as well as these beautiful poinsettias and some picks. In the past I used stars, and I use ribbons, and I use floral arrangements, so whatever you really fancy, as long as I said, you have a topper. Since my tree is glam, I have to make sure that my topper matches to my glam theme, and all the colors that I'm using are actually complementing my color scheme, so that's really important as well. I am having all the three colors that I'm using: pink, silver and black. My tip number 11 is to use picks. I'm using gorgeous silver glittery picks that I bought from Home Bargains as well as B&M stores. This adds depth and layers, but you shouldn't make it too wide, because if you have a slim tree especially, that means you don't have that much space, so try to push it in and make sure that it is not that wide. It doesn't make your tree wider than it is. Make sure you use some sort of formula. I'm using zigzag formula and it always works whenever I'm decorating a tree. My last tip is to finish off with a tree skirt, but I'm using a fluffy blanket instead. And here's the reveal of my beautifully decorated slim Christmas tree 2022.
And the night is cold. Everyone's lighting candles in their homes. Yes, it's Christmas. It's a magic time. You can feel it in the air, that every child got their hearts filled up with joy. Yes, it's Christmas all around. All snow is falling down, all the colored lights lighting up this town. And as I walk outside,